Hey guys, guess who's back? Fucking finally, right? um, anyway, yeah. So the book bitch is back from her obnoxious hiatus. Hopefully, I won't be taking any more obnoxious hiatuses, but who the fuck knows? I mean, how many videos have I done on this channel and I've had it for how many years? So, yeah, anyway. I'm actually currently reading a book, and I just finished reading a book, so today we're going to review The Selection by Kiera Cass. Also, did you notice? I'm in glorious 1080p HD. Look at my owl wall. Yeah, anyway. So, I'm just kind of lounging, kind of chilling. I'm gonna do this as quick as possible because I don't remember enough about this book and it was honestly kind of forgettable. But, yeah. Let's just dive right into it. The Selection. It's about this weird kind of dystopian thing because fucking everything's dystopian nowadays. I'm waiting for McDonald's to start offering meals with like a dystopian theme. To be completely fucking honest here. It's about a girl named America in a post-America world where, like, I think that the region she lives in or the country she lives in is called Ilia or Ilia. I'm not entirely positive how to pronounce that shit because, let's face it, I don't care. But, yeah, basically, she's part of this country where everyone is part of, like, a stupid fucking social caste because, you know, why the fuck not? You know, Hunger Games has districts, The Selection has castes, and if I remember correctly, she's a 5, and she's in love with a 6, and the 6 breaks her heart right as she's about to go and participate in the selection so that the prince can find someone to marry out of like 35 fucking girls that end up getting chosen to go live at the palace for a brief stint while he gets to know them. And yeah, it really suffers from that thing where, you know, you've got people named like obnoxious, stupid fucking names. Like, I can't even fucking think of a fucking proper example. But, like, the prince's name is Maxon. And then they've also got chicks like Celeste. And then there's a chick named Tiny. Like, the names in this thing make no fucking sense to me. But, I mean, it's an okay book. I mean, the characterization's not that bad. The characters are actually kind of believable. And, I mean, it's not written outright, oh, she's doing it for the love. Like, the author actually really delves into the character's, emotional state and whatnot, versus just, I love you, oh, I love you, I love you, but I'm gonna break your heart. Wah. You know. But, yeah, I don't know. I didn't get the paperback. I didn't read the paperback. I read it on my Kindle because one of my friends bought me that one and another book because she wanted me to read. So I'm reading. Look at that. And I wasn't really all that interested, but I've got to say that even though it took me from about May, actually I think from about April to about now, well, about a week and a half ago, I think, to finish the thing, I was actually sort of interested in it once I started reading it. Like, it's definitely not my genre. Like, I do enjoy some young adult shit. Like, that's the basis for this entire channel, is the fact that I enjoy reading young adult, like, books and whatnot, you know? Young adult is my genre, that's what I write, that's what I like to read, aside from, you know, like Stephen King and shit, but it's not really my genre. It's very... I don't even know how to explain it, really. You know? Don't you just love it when you have one of those days where you're completely fucking inarticulate? But it's flouncy. It's very flourishy. It's girly. And, I mean, look at me. That's not really me. I mean, I like a girly story if there's zombies or a mass murderer or, you know, a wild werewolf that's about to rip everybody to shreds. I'm not really into flouncy skirts and princesses going hee 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 and all that shit. Like, I do enjoy a good romance if it's not Twilighty, you know? I mean, the first time I read Twilight, I even kind of enjoyed it, you know? It was very much, it was different. It wasn't like anything else I'd read up until then. And, I mean, that could kind of be said for this, but in a different way. Like, Twilight is just flighty. Whereas this actually, you know, it has a plot. It doesn't take 30% of the book to even touch on the plot. It doesn't take 90% of the book to actually reach the plot, you know? The plot is actually there from about the second chapter on. Once we've learned a little bit about the characters, you know, the main characters, like her family and whatnot, you know, there's actually plot. You're thrown right into it, versus like, oh, I love you too, I love you too, for, you know, 90% of a fucking book. Which, don't get me wrong, that can be good. It can be good. If done right, and if it's not the entirety of all that you write. Because I see so many writers make that mistake, where they fall into a rut of that's all they fucking write. Whereas you can kind of tell that Kiera Cass actually understands that that's not the way you fucking write a book. Yeah, basically, she ends up, like, to just kind of summarize the plot, since I'm so bad at doing these reviews, actually, like, saying anything about the books other than, I liked it, or I fucking hated it, don't read it. You know? I'm so bad at actually summarizing shit, so I'm gonna try to actually do that now with my books that I'm reading and reviewing here. But basically, America is goaded into joining the selection when they get the mail, you know, the mailing saying, oh, you've got a 17, 18, whatever the fuck year old in your house that's eligible for the selection, so she should totally apply and insert a headshot. And, you know, I'm sorry, it's just such a damn dumb concept. Like, I can't imagine anybody actually finding love, or even someone to marry this way. It's the fucking Bachelor. Like, seriously, that's what this fucking is. It's the Bachelor with dress porn. But she's goaded into fucking joining the selection, you know, applying for the selection by her mom and then also her boyfriend, who then dumps her ass once she actually gets in. Like, wow, thanks for the vote of confidence, boyfriend. I mean, yeah, it makes sense that he would dump her for, or, you know, at that point anyway, because she's going into a competition where she might, you know, marry a fucking prince. But, you know, why the fuck would the boyfriend actually goad her into doing this in the first place? Like, yeah, it comes from, like, a inadequacy thing or some shit, but it just doesn't. There's so many random, stupid, like, little inconsistencies like that throughout the book. Like, it works with his personality, but it's just, looking at it from an objective standpoint, it's just so stupid, you know? If I was dating someone and they came across this kind of a opportunity and they didn't want to do it, because very, very clearly in the book, America's like, I don't fucking want to do this. Like, repeatedly. Until she finally, you know, gets selected. But she's repeatedly like, I don't want to do this, I have no interest in doing this, and he's just like, no, do it. Just do it! Like, you know, he goes full Shia LaBeouf on her. And it's just like, come on. And, you know, if I was dating someone and they had this kind of a thing happen where, you know, they had the opportunity to do that kind of thing, but they weren't interested, I would not goad them into doing it. I'd say, you know, you might want to consider it because, you know, money or fame or XYZ, who cares? But I'm not gonna think any less of you or any more of you for fucking doing it. It's your choice. Whereas, that's the problem I have with these books. Like, it's a good book. I do definitely recommend this book, which I'm totally covering the damn title of every time I pick it up, but I do recommend it because it is well written. But that's the problem I have with so many of these books, is people are so fucking badly characterized. Like, they're always wanting to do the stupid shit, And it's like, even teenagers aren't this damn dumb. I don't understand why people keep writing teenagers this fucking stupid, It bugs me, because it just perpetuates that idea that fucking young adult books should be written stupid. Like, they should be written for the lowest common denominator, and teenagers are smarter than that. Teenagers are smarter than these characters that people keep writing. And, like, while I will definitely admit that the characters in this are faceted and interesting, a lot of them really suffer from fucking stupid-ass teenager syndrome. Which, I get it. A little bit of that is definitely acceptable, because teenagers are kind of fucking stupid. But they're not that fucking stupid. Teenagers are still learning. It doesn't mean that they're that fucking stupid. Like, they will have moments, but they aren't generally, like, completely fucking stupid. They have moments of teenage stupidity, but they're not that fucking stupid. How many times am I gonna say that? I honestly really should script these things, but I think they're probably better if I don't, because you're actually getting my real reactions versus just, oh, I thought this book was lovely, and I'm going to read the script now, blah 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 blah. Like, seriously, I'd rather honestly give you my random off-the-handle repeat that they're not that fucking stupid, or they are that fucking stupid 6-7 times, Even if, it doesn't, I just kind of go circular logic or whatever, But yeah, I've got to say, I did enjoy the book, and I would definitely recommend it. I'm not sure if everybody, or even anybody that actually watches the Book Bitch videos with any regularity, would actually enjoy this book. But I will definitely recommend it if you like young adult books where the teenagers are sort of like actual teenagers. And if you like dress porn, because there is a lot of dress description in these books. Or at least in this book. I don't know about the other books. I've got the next 2 books in the series on my bookshelf in paperback, because I wasn't going to pay Kindle prices for fucking actual published books, because fuck that shit. Publishers, real talk, ain't nobody wanna actually fucking pay $8.99 for a bunch of fucking pixels. Tone it the fuck down. That's a paperback price. I'd rather pay like $21.99 and get 3 books. Like 3 paperback books. 3 books I can actually fucking feel with my hands, But yeah, eventually I'll read and review the other 2 books in the series. But that's not going to be for a little while, because I've actually got kind of a reading list, and I can kind of tell you what you're going to be able to look forward to here in a second. Let me just kind of look stuff up. Okay, because I have a reading list in my journal here. I'm currently reading Jurassic Park by Michael Crichton, and that's going to be the next review. Probably within the next week or so. Just because I'm working on it, And then I'm going to be reading The Testing by Joelle Charbonneau, sorry. And then probably Everblue by Brenda Pandos. And possibly after that, The Hellbound Heart by Clive Barker. I do have a really, really, really ridiculously long list. Like, that's only part of it. And it's probably, like, exceptionally blurry, and I don't really care. But there's a whole other page. And, I mean, I have a lot of books to read, because I have not been reading. And that's fucking stupid. I really ought to be reading more than I am, and I just haven't been, and that's my bad. But I'm going to try to push to have at least one new book bitch every other week, maybe, hopefully, if I don't flake. And I mean, I've got a nice new camera, so I'm in 1080p HD, yeah! So, yeah. That's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like and comment and all that shit. And if you've got a book recommendation, totally leave that shit below. But don't expect me to read it right away or at all, honestly. And if you bug me about it, chances are it will get tossed to the very, very bottom of the pile. And if you bug me about it repeatedly, I very likely won't fucking read it at all. Like, that's just how I am. You know, I need to be left to my own devices. I need to be left to decide shit on my own. Yeah. If you've got a book recommendation, totally leave it in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll see you soon with my Jurassic Park review. Bye.